Out to farm this evening. As you can see, I don't have a coat on. It's towards the end of February. Wind's not blowing. Pretty nice evening. Thought I'd film a little bit, give you a little update on what I got going on. So you can, got the old tank here. I drink about, what is that, about 10 inches or so down each day. I can shut the cows out of here, but as you can see, you kind of see the algae on top. If it wasn't for that, I would probably just shut the cows out, make them drink out of the pond, because I wouldn't have to spend so much time waiting on this thing to fill up. Actually, over the other day, I overflowed it. The other day I overflowed it because you see it's pretty muddy right in there. Overflowed it. I seen it was about full. Was putting out hay to these cows and then forgot again. After I looked, I seen it was about full. Thought, well, I need to go there and turn that off. You turn that off, and I still forgot to. It slipped my mind again anyway. But I got to run these out. Today's full feed day. I don't feed these cows cubes every day. Just every other day. Thought that was a cow that was normally fatter than that. Well, maybe I had a cow of a calf somewhere, but nope, it was a different cow. And this, to run these few out, they've kind of learned that they need to get out of here. If I leave this open, like I've said in the past, they'll try to get the cubes through the fence instead of going through the gate at the end of the patch where I feed them cubes. So I just run them out of here every day. And they kind of figured it out. They don't all bunch up in here like they used to. And the few that are in here don't waste too much time getting out. And I'm going to show you my predictions real quick on cows that I think are going to have calves and why. Or the ones that I think are going to have calves first, I should say. I'm going to turn this around so you can see what I see. So if you look here at the bag of this is Sheila that I bought at an auction years back. Look there, she doesn't have a very big bag. This one right here doesn't have a very big bag. This one standing right in front of me, as you can see, probably a little better. Doesn't have hardly any makings of a bag. Not much anyway. You look over here at this one. These are 20, a few of these are 2022 cows. So they've got a couple of years. This one here, let's see, I guess, yeah, I think these had calves. Let's see, yeah, this one had a calf last year. This one over here that I kind of, it's easy to remember because I got the tag on backwards. It has the A for the bull that it was bred by, facing the wrong direction, but which makes it easier to identify. But this one lost its calf last year, I believe. It had a calf when it was really cold and snow because I put the bull out a lot earlier than I should have. This is 1809 right here, the one that on the first one, well, probably the second one to have a calf. And take that back. Well, she's one of the first ones anyway, but she got pneumonia last year and I had to give her a shot. You know, I come out to give her, left work early, come out to give her a shot. She was off in the pasture having a calf, so ended up taking the calf back to the garage. This is the one I had in the garage. Her calf's one I had in the garage last year, but as you can see, she definitely is doing well this year. She's good and fat. I was going to show you Spooky. If I can, she was in here once. Anyhow, I'll show you. I need to show you some cows that I think are going to have calves, so you can see what I'm looking at. So Red over here, she didn't have a calf last year, so she don't have a calf this year. She's going to the sale. Most people, they didn't have a calf. Most ranchers, the first time they don't have a calf, they sell them. But I figured I'd give her a second chance because she's a pretty young cow and she's had calves in the past just fine. But she's starting to get a little. I think she's making a little more bag than what. You know, she's making a little bit of a bag, which she didn't even have that much of a bag all year last year. So I feel like she might be going to have a calf this year. Just not anytime soon because it's not real big. Now here's one over here, this white face. Her number is 1811. Now she, you know, like most of them, she's good and fat, but she has the start of a lot bigger bag. You see, she's got a lot bigger bag than most. So I feel like she might be one of the first ones to have a calf. She'd move her tail like you could see from the back side, but she's definitely got more of a bag than most of them, so I feel like she's going to be one of the first ones to have a calf. And then okay, 1704 over here is one of the others. There's three of them. I can zoom in on her. See, she's got a decent sized bag on her. Whoops. I slipped in some manure and scared them. Thought I was going down. See if I can zoom in on her. See, she's got a pretty decent sized bag. If I can get up here beside her. See, look at this one. Hardly no bag. Hardly no bag. Look at this new 1704 over here. She'd stop. See, she's definitely got a lot more of a bag. There's three of them that have a bag about that size. That 1811, 1704 here, and there was one more. I think it was 1816. I don't see her currently, but that's, you get the gist of my theory anyway. So here's old Spooky. She's got a distinctive look about her. She's got the way she holds her head and the way her eyes are. I can pick her out in the crowd pretty easy. Used to be a lot easier to pick her out because she was a lot spookier, but she's not so spooky now, but she's definitely real protective when she has a calf. She's the whole reason I shut the cows and calves up by themselves when they have them. If she would have a calf first, I wouldn't have to do that because she just tries to take other cows' calves. If she's first, it'd work out perfect, but never works out quite that way. But she is really fat, like overly fat compared to her normal size. So I don't know why, unless she's fixing to have twins at some point, which Okay, I think this is my other cow that was going to have a, yep. Yeah, you see this one right here? That's 1860, and that's the third cow I predicted to have a calf first. She's got a pretty good size bag. That's 1816. A little spooky here. See, she likes to, I get by her, she wants to act all tough, paws the ground. She's not as spooky as she used to be, but she has a calf, she'll do a lot of that. Act like she's gonna really get you, which she actually did. She did knock my sister down one year, but anyhow, that's a story with these guys, or these mamas. I gotta give them all cubes. I was gonna see if I could get a calf in the chute. It kind of had a little bit of a white spot in its eye from pink eye it had last summer. And after looking at it the other day, and its other eye was watering. Well, I think. And I looked at it again yesterday, and it looked like it had was having an issue. It looked like maybe it had a piece of grass in its eye, stuck underneath its eyelid. If I could zoom in on this bell, you'll see what the problem is. See, they burrow these holes in there, and I think that's how they get something stuck in their eye. They burrow those holes in that bell like that. I had another one that had the eye watering, but I couldn't find it yesterday. So I don't know if it got over it or what. But this one steer, I definitely need to get in the chute, see if I can get a piece of grass out from underneath this eyelid or something, because it's having to look out the eye that's got a spot in it, pretty much. Well, I'll feed them and then try to do that after I feed them. The sun is in the wrong spot for filming today, I feel like. Getting a lot of glare here. And I have another one in here. It's got like what looks like, you can zoom in on its eye. Yeah, you see on its eye there? It looks like it's got ticks on its eye, but I don't know. I'll have to get it in the chute and take a closer look. I don't know how, there wouldn't be any ticks out right now, so I'm really confused. So I don't know if it's just some kind of weird growth deal going on or what. But I think this is the one I was going to get in the chute right here. If you look, its eye right there has got on the left side there, right there has got a little spot in it. I think it can still see it, but the other eye has some white down in the bottom of the eyelid, but it's watering really bad, so I think it might have a piece of hay or something stuck underneath that eyelid. So if I have time, I'm gonna try to get that one in the chute and see if I can do a little further inspection of its eye there. I brought a couple calf holders because, as I probably said, my chute, I picked the wrong chute. I should have picked a self catch instead of an automatic catch. That way I could have put a head thing on there that kind of cradles her head and holds her head still. My thought was I needed the auto would work better when I'm trying to run them in myself. But I've watched videos of guys. They have the chute the size of the one I got, and they pretty much just let them in there with the head gate closed, and then they open it up and they just walk forward and they close them in there. So had I realized that, had I seen that before I bought my chute, I might have, well, had I known that I really needed a way to hold their head still more than what I got going on. It would make it a whole lot easier to get a tag in her ear also. But anyhow, I'll get back to you here in a minute. You've seen all I'm going to do right now, so I'll get back to you later if I have time. We'll see. James here. You're watching The Poor Farm. If you like these videos, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.